Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's video conference. My name is Luis Bejarano. I am one of the team supervisors over the CAPI operation. Yesterday we sent an email containing the agenda for today's video conference along with a PowerPoint presentation. I want to make sure that everyone has that information as well as that you're able to see me. And I am able to see both of the regions, Alabama and Florida. If you would just wait back, make sure that we have a good connection. Thank you. I also want to make sure that you mute your mics, and that way we cut back on interference. Thank you. Christy in Florida, will you take minutes for this meeting? Thank you. I want to ask that you refrain from asking any questions until the end of the presentation. At that time, we can address your concerns. Thanks. Today, we're going to begin by discussing the CAPI operation. The first slide will contain the topics of discussion. Okay, the first slide. And for the first topic, we have possible problems with transmissions and how to address them. That's a big one. Second topic will cover problems with lost and missing or stolen laptops and how to prevent that from happening. A lot of you have concerns as far as missing or stolen laptops. And lastly, I want to talk to you about taking care of government property, such as laptops. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about the background of this operation. The CAPI operation is the Census Bureau's final method for collecting data. The CAPI operation is conducted with laptops. All data is collected must be transmitted via an analog line, very important to a dedicated system. Finally, laptops play an important role in this operation, and all field staff must take responsibility when operating and handling this equipment. So that's a little bit about this operation. It's an operation that will utilize laptops to collect data, and we're going to talk a little bit about transmissions. Okay, we are in slide number 5, our first topic. Possible problems with transmissions and how to address them. This is a big issue out in the field. A lot of you have had problems getting the data through the system, and we will explain the reason why this is happening. Most people don't really know the difference between an analog and a digital line, so we'll cover that in the next slide. Analog lines is just a plain telephone service, a landline that will usually handle a fax machine or a dial-up or DSL modem. A digital line, here's the difference. A digital line is broadband. Okay, that's handled through digital lines. Other phone services such as VoIP or voice over internet protocol, such as an example would be Vonage or Magic Jack. Those are examples of digital lines. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, here's a question that most of you have. Why is it not recommended to use a digital line? Why not a digital line? Number one, transmitting through a digital phone line may cause transmission errors to occur. Because of our technology that we are currently using in this operation, is not to par as far as the newer technology for transmitting data, our system works best with the older system or analog lines. Number two, if transmission errors do occur, you will need to make a few attempts to make a successful transmission. If you are using a digital line or any of those services, there is about an 80% possibility that you will not be able to transmit the first time. Therefore, you'll have to keep trying. This will take a lot of your time, and we need you out in the field doing the work rather than wasting hours trying to transmit all of this large data. Okay, moving on to the next slide. A lot of you have concerns about accessing an analog line. We can, first of all, we need to explain the difference between an analog and a digital line. And a field representative will not identify the problem if he doesn't realize what the problem is. They may think that they may be transmitting on a analog line when in fact is a digital line. Access to analog lines, for example, you can go to one of the local census offices. Any public library has analog lines, or any public building, any of the government buildings. If you speak to a manager, they will most of the time allow you to transmit this information. The VoIP providers or any member of the IT department can help you with this issue. They can guide you. They can let you know exactly what type of line you're dealing with if you still don't understand the difference between the two. Okay. And this section will finish our first topic.